Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about the fact that Caitlyn Clark now has 4 technicals. She gets 3 more before the end of the year, and she'll be suspended for 1 game. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. We're looking for 3,000 subscribers. Growing fast, but we need your help.
Yes.
So, Rob, at this point in the WNBA, if you get 7 technicals, you get suspended for 1 game, unlike the NBA, which I think is 16, but they have an 82-game season.
Right.
Right now, Caitlyn Clark has 4. She got one the other day, but her first one that she got was against the Sun. It was the 4th game of the year. Well, she had been hacked for 4 straight games, and then she got fouled bad, and she said to the ref, "That's an effing foul," and
Right.
she got a technical. Now, that was definitely a technical, but you can understand her frustration because the calls were going against her for 4 straight games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the second one that happened was her 8th game of the year, and it was against the Sparks. And they didn't really show the replay, or really didn't have anything to show you because there was no outburst like that one. Apparently, she said something to the refs that they didn't like, but there was no indication it was extreme, like that's an effing foul. So I don't know whether it warranted a technical or not. All I know is she got a second technical. Next technical was on the 10th game against the Storm. I think a player named Vivian at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was, and nobody knew this at the time until you saw an angle that the network didn't have. It came from the fans. And Caitlyn Clark took a 3-point shot, and the defender was behind her and started going down court. And Caitlyn Clark turned, and she turned into the defender. And Clark thought she was a little bit farther away than she thought, and she bumped into her. You can tell it was unintentional. Well, the defender, again, I don't know if the defender, Vivian, knew that it was unintentional or not, but didn't like the fact that Clark bumped her. She thought she did it on purpose, apparently, and hit her in the neck with her hand. It was like a jab into the neck. And Clark and her were jawing, and I don't know. And so when the refs saw them jawing at each other, they both got technicals. Now, I don't blame Clark for doing that. I don't think she should have got a technical, but maybe the ref didn't see the whole play. So that seemed like the wrong technical. And then the next game was against the Lynx just recently. There's just the 25th game. So she hadn't had a technical in 15 games, where a player named Cecilia Z, I can't pronounce her last name, so I'm just going with that. She hooked her arm, not grabbed it, but hooked her arm as Clark was dribbling by, and Clark pushed her arm out like this to get her arm loose and accidentally hit her in the mouth. It was clear it was an accident. Clark didn't even know she did it. She kept dribbling. And so the refs stopped after, I guess, Coach Reeves brought some attention to the ref, and they looked at the monitor and decided it was a hostile act and gave her a technical for that. So that was technical number 4. Rob, what did you think of that call? That call is a technical.
Well, I mean, to go back to the other ones, after the one game where she was arguing with the referees, her coach sides, of course, like, well, she said that, we shouldn't get technicals. Let me get the technical. So then the next game, when she got the technical, she did actually stick up for Clark, and she also received a technical that game, the Seattle game.
But hasn't done it since then, Rob.
Yeah.
It's her only technical all years I know of, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But this one, at first I was kind of like, we were going to have a debate that I thought that she deserved a technical. But then after today I was looking at the video again. I looked at like 3 or 4 times. And then I was looking, and then I'm thinking into my little refereeing action too. I'm going, okay, the hostile act. And like you said, first off, they called the foul, but then the Coach Reeve was up in the referee's face complaining about it. And then they finally went to the monitor. But you said, it wasn't a hostile act. It was like she definitely hooked her elbow. And so she's just like, get off me. And unfortunately her hand hit her in the face. She didn't do it on purpose, like she wanted to hit her in the face. I think if she wanted to hit her in the face, she definitely would know it.
Right.
If she wanted to, but
when Rob and I talked about this offline the other night, we were talking on the phone. he thought he would give her a technical, and I didn't think so. And now, unfortunately, Rob agrees with me, so we can't have a showdown. But at least Rob came around. And now let me read you what it says about an hostile act, Rob. It says 2 more players engage in a fight or hostile physical interaction that is not part of normal basketball play and that does not immediately resolve itself.
Right.
It also says when a player intentionally or recklessly harms or attempts to harm another player with a punch, elbow, kick, or blow to the head. And Rob, given that it was a hook and not a grab, I don't think it was reckless because, as you know, because you played a lot of basketball, it's more difficult to get yourself loose from a hook because it's on your arm and around it than it is from a grab. And so you have to use more force to do it, which is all that happened. Is she hooked her arm? I mean, the defender was way out of line. Hooking an arm is just cheap basketball, Rob.
Yeah. And then like I said in the description, it wasn't engaging. It was just a hook, and then she did it, and then it was over. So it wasn't like they were, after that, they were up in each other's face and confronting each other. So with the act happened with the player hooking Clark's arm, and then Clark's reaction of get your arm off me, and then that was it. So it wasn't really an engaging act like this, like part of that is. And then, like I said, to me, I don't know. I mean, they can go to the monitors, but most technicals I've given or I've received, they were. I didn't get that many. They were for the referee did it right away. It wasn't like you didn't have any monitors. They saw the action like, oh, that's bad, or you said something bad, and I'm teeing you up real quick.
Here's the thing, Rob. Reckless is the key to this definition. I don't think it was reckless. I think it was a natural thing for her to try to get her arm loose when it's hooked. That's not reckless. So I would not have given her a technical for that reason, because I don't see how you get to the point of being a hostile act with. And that's the only thing, because it wasn't intentional.
And that's why I kind of reversed with that. When I was saying as a referee, I was like, oh, well, that's a technical foul because she did the act. I'm sorry, may have been accidental, but still, I have to give it to you. But to me, when I saw the video, the 45-second one where the coach went up to the referee and was jawing in her face and telling him about it and then going on and on about it. And so it wasn't really, if like I said, that's what I'm saying. If it was a technical, they would have called it right away. It seemed like the coach influenced them to call a technical on it rather than them just doing it on naturally, like following the rules, supposedly how the rules are.
Right. And Rob, in that, going back to that game on the 10th game against the Storm, I do not remember them ever going to the monitor in that game. They just gave her a technical. They gave them both a technical. They should have gone to the monitor on that. And if they had, I don't think they would have given Clark a technical. So this is twice now that she's got a technical that she shouldn't have gotten. And I can't say about the second one because we don't know what she said or how hard she said it or whatever. But if she gets 3 more, she'll be suspended. Now, I don't think she's going to. She's got 15 games left. I think she's, 15 games she didn't get a technical. And even that one, the one she just got, was unintentional. So that reminds me, Rob, about the hooking of the arm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You wanted to say something?
Oh, no, I was just going to say real quickly. It's like, so poor Clark, she was really getting it in the beginning of the year. So Mark, she got like 3 technicals in 7 games right off the bat. So it's like, whoa.
Bro, in a 7-game stretch, she got 3 technicals and she got 3 in the first 10 games. Rob, but I'm surprised she didn't get more because she was getting hammered and not getting calls. So that's what's so upsetting about this. But I want to go back to that hook, Rob, because when Kennedy Carter laid out Clark onto the ground, haters, non-Caitlyn Clark fans were claiming, well, it's because she elbowed Kennedy Carter. Now, if you go watch that replay, you will see there was a loose ball and Clark had position to get to the ball. Kennedy Carter was behind her, was pushing up against her back, and then hooked her left arm. As we just explained, when it's a hook, it's hard to get your arm free. So Clark did what everybody does when their arm gets hooked. It's like go like this and try to get their arm free. And she did when she elbowed, and she didn't elbow her in the head. That was wrong. You watch the replay. She hit her upper chest and may have touched her neck. It's hard to see. And then she got her arm free. And as Rob will tell you, right, that players do that all the time. And as long as the ref sees the whole development of the play, they never call a foul on that because the first person fouled him in the first place.
Right. They always get the second person always. Oh,
Well,
it's like
I'm saying if they see the whole play, they never call a foul on the second person for getting
right,
their arm free by getting loose that way. So
right,
Clark didn't do anything wrong. Carter was wrong for fouling and hooking her arm first. And I
right.
just want to point that out because it's hard to get your arm free when you're
Yeah,
hooked.
when you're trapped like that, basketball, like underneath the basket or something like that, and someone's got you. I mean, you'll see the play on both men and women's. There's tugging and there's grabbing, and I mean, you're going to react. If you're the person who's getting grabbed, you're going to do some type of reaction, because also you might get hurt. Depending on how they're doing it. If you move a certain way, you're going to twist your arm, and that's gonna hurt.
Right. So, anyways, that's our take. Hopefully, she will not get any more technicals, or definitely not 3 more in the next 15 games, because otherwise she gets suspended. And then people that bought tickets to see her, it'll be a disaster. Rob, this reminds me. I just thought of this. Michael Jordan got a 1-game suspension for touching the ref, but after there was a foul call, and I thought it was a bad call. Jordan was in the ref's face, and they were kind of like walking like this, like in a V.
Right.
And Jordan walked to the same direction as the ref and touched him a little bit with his chest to chest. It wasn't even, he just got in his face. He got suspended for a game. And David Stern said, "What am I going to do? Those are the rules. I can't not suspend him just because people bought tickets to see him in a game." He touched the ref, and it wasn't unintentional. Like he was walking towards the ref, and the ref was kind of like walking in, like almost like we're going to collide if they kept walking. And he was heated. It was a bad call, actually. I thought the ref. I don't think it was a foul.
Right.
So, anyways, so that's what's going to happen. Is Caitlyn Clark? People bought these tickets. If she gets 3 more technicals, that's what's going to happen. That would be a nightmare for those poor people. Like all the people. And this was an away game that it was an away game that Michael Jordan was suspended for. So they only see him. I think they only see him once a year. West Coast game. Yeah, it was a West Coast game against like Seattle or something like that.
Oh wow.
So that was their only chance to see Michael Jordan all year. They were upset. They were really upset. I don't know if anybody else. I remember this very clearly. Anyways, that's what happened. So, anyways, let us know what you thought about the technicals that you've seen so far. And I think she's shown some restraint, Rob, considering that she's gotten so many bad calls with the refs, and they seem to be against her. Look at how strange it was when Carter put her to the ground. She was in shock. But she just got up and, Rob said he would have done a lot more than that.
Yes.
Carter would be on the ground right now.
Yes.
Me, I don't know. I think I'd take the high road, but who knows? We'll see. Rob would. I can tell.
I'm ready.
All right. Let us know if you think Rob would have overreacted, and let us know. In your comments. Make some intelligent, non-insulting comments. And guess what? Join us for our live show tomorrow night, which is going to be July 17th at 7:30. I believe it's on ESPN against the Dallas Wings. And we'll do the All-Star game. Both of us will be there for the All-Star game on Saturday. I don't know if I'll be there for the whole game, but it's at 8:30. Team WNBA against the Olympics, unless they add Caitlyn Clark to the team in the next 4 days. Bad chance of that, right?
Yeah.
And we have a live show every Monday night from 6 to 8 Eastern, except for major holidays and except for the 2 weeks during the Olympics, because we'll be doing the Olympics every day from 2 to 5, because that's when it's prime time in Paris, and that's when the marquee events are. That's July 27th to August 10th. If you like this video, hit the like button, and now you can contribute to our channel if you want to make a donation, because we'll have PayPal link underneath our videos. All right, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right, peace out.